We are back once again with the ASUS ExpertCenter series of mini desktops. This time we have the ExpertCenter D700SD, and this is a rather typical desktop, but it's just made tiny. Hence, that is why the full name of this desktop has the word SFF in it, which stands for small form factor. Let's start with the price. For our specific unit here, the price is rather high at around 3,200 ringgit, but remember, this is an ExpertCenter series of desktops. That means it is meant for enterprises because warranty services that ASUS has to offer, and you need those. But for whatever reason, we end users can buy this desktop and use it at home as well. You will also get a simple keyboard and mouse in the box to get started as well. And if you want to use it, you can. They are not bad, but it's just there to help you get started. Okay, so the desktop in itself is actually very tactile. At first glance, I immediately fell in love with the amount of ports available on this desktop. Seriously, the amount of USB ports here can put a lot of custom PC cases to shame. We have a lot of USB Type A ports, some of them 5 gigabits per second and some of them 10 gigabits per second, and we also have a couple of USB 2.0 ports for those not so speed critical appliances. We even have a USB Type-C port here as well, alongside with an SD card reader and also an optional smart card reader if you choose this variant of your ExpertCenter PC. Let's not forget that there are more USB 2.0 ports at the back of this desktop as well, so you can plug in your USB keyboard and mouse at the back. The Intel Core i5-12500 with 16 gigs of RAM in this specific unit does mean that we can do quite a lot of things with this machine. We downloaded an Excel file, just a random one that we found online, with 50,000 entries in it, and we used the pivot table functionality to create pie charts and bar graphs, and there were no slowdowns or serious lagging, so I think that's good, right? That's what you guys do with these kind of PCs in the offices. And I mean, the Intel Core i5-12500 is quite overkill for office usages anyway. Technically, if you want to get this desktop, you could even let your kids play some games on it. I tried Genshin Impact and it surprisingly runs really well at the lowest graphical settings, so that's good. You could even try to fit in a GPU in this desktop if you want to. However, your choices of GPUs are very limited. You'll have to find a, number one, low-profile GPU that fits into this tiny case, and number two, you also need to find a GPU that has a low TGP and it doesn't require additional 6-pin or 8-pin PCIe power connector from the power supply, because the included power supply just doesn't have any extra plugs for you to plug it in. From what I can find, the best low-profile GPUs that you can get right now is the NVIDIA GTX 1650 low-profile variant GPUs. I'd say that this kind of GPUs will make this desktop to become even more powerful, to the point that you can even use this PC for video editing as well. Simpler videos, of course. And because this is a small form factor PC, with that GPU in mind, you can even bring it out to LAN parties if you want to. If you want to do some upgrades to this PC, then it is actually very easy to open up. It is entirely toolless, and I will do it right in front of you right now. So this PC is completely tool-free, using thumb screws for the back panel, not the back panel, the side panel. And once you open up, it's like this, open it up. The next thing you gotta do is to actually unlatch all of these pins, and then swivel this out, and then what you have to do next is to unplug the optical disk drive. Yes, this PC still comes with an optical disk drive. Push this latch, the whole thing comes out. Next thing what you gotta do is to press this metal piece. Once you press that latch, and then you can swivel it out. Do be careful of that latch because it is quite difficult to get in. Then from here we can see we can add yet another 3.5-inch hard disk if you want to, but for us, we're gonna just put it back. And then on this side, we can actually put in yet another 2.5-inch hard drive or SSD, so it depends on what you want to use it for. Then for RAM slots, surprisingly, this motherboard has 4 slots, only 2 of them are in use, so we can upgrade up to 32 gigs if we want to, just by adding more RAM. And then the included M.2 2280 SSD is located at the bottom right corner. On their website, they did say that there is supposed to be double M.2 SSD slots, but I can't find the other one. And then we got the aforementioned PCIe X16 slot here and 2 more PCIe X1 slots for future expansions if you want to use that. And then this cooler here, I'm not sure why there's a shroud, but you can technically take it out. I kind of forgot how to take it out, but oh, there we go. So there is a CPU socket underneath as far as I can tell. So if you want, maybe you can upgrade, but I would suggest you not to, because if you look at the pin EPS cable here, we got 2 connectors on the motherboard, but only one of them is in use, as in 4 pins. So again, the power supply doesn't provide you additional ports, so if you want to upgrade to a Core i7, then please don't. You won't have enough power. So all in all, for enterprises, this is going to last you for quite a few years to come actually. You also get the ASUS service package that offers a wider range of solutions that go beyond the standard warranty to meet your needs, especially those business critical IT environments. That is especially true because, you know, enterprises, when your PC is down and you rely on PCs to work, that means your employees are not gonna be able to perform their work, and that means revenue not generated. These services are important for enterprises. As for home users though, I think that the main reasons that you want to get this PC is because of its small form factor and also its upgradability, especially the graphics card department. Finding a low profile GPU is surprisingly easy, and the price is about the same as the standard profile variants as well. But if you don't want to add an additional GPU to these kind of desktop solutions, then why not just get an AIO PC? We have also reviewed a few AIO PCs in the past, and I think that they are a good alternative to this kind of small form factor desktops. Do keep in mind that AIO PCs, in terms of upgradability and servicing the computer itself, is not as easy as this kind of desktops, so that is the biggest difference of all. So that's all we have to share with you about the ASUS ExpertCenter D700SD.